This is Monticello, Kentucky, and we are staying in this Airbnb to explore Kentucky. Monticello is situated between the Cumberland Lake and Daniel Boone National Forest in Kentucky. It boasts rolling hills and lush farmland that are picture perfect. Not only will we have the opportunity to breathe in the fresh mountain air and do some hiking, but we will also have access to plenty of thrilling attractions such as exploring the area's natural beauty and eating good food. So we will explore the local history of the Wayne country. So if you are in a mood for a peaceful escape into the heart of Kentucky's rugged beauty, Monticello is the place. And the neighborhood where we are staying is so peaceful and it's so friendly. Landscapes here in Monticello, Kentucky are raw with stretches of golden farmland meadows and Lake Cumberland. It's 1:18, just after midnight, and I'm here at the JFK airport on my way to Nashville. So my trip will be covering Kentucky, Tennessee, and a bit of Virginia. So just stay tuned. Visiting Nashville will be like, visiting a city of melody. So this city is like a sweet lullaby and it will soothe our soul with its sweet notes. So I'm off to visit Kentucky, the bluegrass country and the country of sweet melody, that is Tennessee. December is indeed all about festive lights, holiday cheer, and cozy nights. There is something super special about the month December. It is like the hold your breath magical month of the year. So we are closing one chapter and opening another. Time for fresh renewal. The chapter for this year is about to close, but the possibilities are open for the coming year. What we call the beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from, and this is so very true as said by T.S. Eliot. Indeed, sunrise from a plane. I love a good sunrise when it's an unhindered view from the sky. The color seems to surround you like God's love. So this is the beginning of our beautiful journey, and there is something dreamy about gazing out an airplane window at takeoff. You are only hours from landing in the destination of your dreams, and you get the chance to literally cruise amongst the clouds. Even if flying isn't your favorite thing to do, it's so worth it once you are finally up in the air and get to witness a gorgeous sunrise or sunset. Indeed, happiness is looking down on your next destination from your plane window. And this is Nashville. We are heading to the Tennessee capital, Nashville, for a celebration, the Christmas Day. In a city known for its music and home to Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, Miley Cyrus, Faith Hill, and Taylor Swift, it's not a one trick pony. This city hits the spot for hot chicken washed down with sweet tea. The city is beloved for warm southern sunshine and even warmer hospitality. And this is where batch parties can don their cowboy boots and dance the night away. And this music city is my kind of city. And buckle up, everyone, we are going to explore Nashville. Now, Tennessee is an excellent choice for traveling. The state is known for delicious orange sunsets, beautiful ranches, and of course, love songs. And of course, whiskey lovers love Tennessee whiskey and they go to Nashville. I was not aware that Nashville's a hotbed for movies and TV shows, albeit those of a more musical niche. Some of the biggies that have hit the mainstream include Walk the Line, Country Strong, and for older Gen Zers, younger millennials, Hannah Montana the movie. So it also has a nickname, the Music City, Nash Vegas, the birthplace of country music, and there are so many different names for Nashville, Tennessee. Cowboy boots, beats, and the heart of Tennessee, the Nashville vibes and honky tonk nights. So right now I'm in a Nashville state of mind. Kentucky is one of America's most distinctive landscapes. So, after a bit of exploring Nashville, we are now on our way to Monticello, Kentucky, the Wayne County. We really had a bit of a difficulty because we couldn't have a proper lunch as most restaurants and stores in the United States are closed on Christmas Day to give employees a day off. However, the coffee shops were open and that saved us. And luckily, some of the food trucks were catering food. So finally, we had a lot to eat during dinner. travel is inspirational and experiential, and I'm trying to discover the true meaning behind wanderlust. Uh, the extraordinary moments that I make on vacation opens up my mind to new possibilities, creating unforgettable memories and immersing myself in new experiences, changing my outlook on the world. But what actually inspires us to travel? I would say that take a few minutes of every day to fantasize about how you would wander, travel, or explore if you could. And therein, the impulse to travel is one of the hopeful symptoms of life. So kindly stay tuned to my vlogs as I will be portraying all my travelogues right from Kentucky to Tennessee. So I will be portraying my cavern trails, hikings from Kentucky Lost River Cave to Bowling Green to the Lookout Mountain cave adventure, and finally giving you a glimpse of the stunning Ruby Falls. So, from my experience, I understand that traveling tends to magnify all human emotions. To move, to breathe, to fly, to float, to gain all while you give, to roam the roads of lands remote, to travel is to live. So, we are on our way to Bowling Green and we have stopped here for breakfast. Seems to be a very nice and warm place, and the food also is supposed to be very tasty. We've stopped at parlor. We've stopped at the cafe Parlor Donuts for breakfast, and I'm just waiting for my spinach pesto. So right now we are at the Corvette Museum and we are going to watch the iconic Corvette and its technique. So we reached Bowling Green, Kentucky. Known primarily as the only place in the US that manufactures Corvettes, and for the large ancient cavern that sits in the center of the city, Bowling Green has built a thriving tourist business on cars and caves. At the General Motors Corvette assembly plant, visitors can see the step-by-step production of America's favorite sports car. The Corvette Museum includes one-of-a-kind prototypes that were designed but never manufactured, among other Corvette memorabilia. Tucked away in the city of Bowling Green lies a natural wonder, a river that gets lost as it flows underground, surrounded by over 60 acres of wooded trails and activities just waiting to be explored. Kentucky's only cave boat tour, a nature explore playscape, and the seasonal butterfly habitat await you at Lost River Cave. Daylight disappears from view as you board the boat on the river that Ripley's Believe It or Not claims is the shortest and deepest in the world. A comfortable 57 degrees year-round, the boat tour offers a visit into the timeless world of a Kentucky natural wonder. The guided walking tour along the river's edge will bring alive stories of Native Americans, early European settlers, Civil War troops, and the notorious Jesse James.
Graduate from Western Kentucky University, WKU. I have two majors. One's in recreation administration and third outdoor leadership, then the other one's in culture anthropology. Basically meaning I love history and nature, and we're going to have a lot of talking about history and nature here at this cave. I was also born and raised in Tampa, Florida. It's pretty hot there, very humid, but I'm used to it. I'm slowly but surely getting used to the Kentucky weather, albeit pretty bipolar. But any of you guys here, anybody here from outside the state of Kentucky? Where are you guys from?
Asheville, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yes.
Brazil. Awesome. Glad you made it here. Pennsylvania.
New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
North Carolina.
What was it?
North Carolina. North Carolina.
North Carolina.
NC.
Oh, North Carolina. Nice.
Alabama.
Alabama. Well, I'm glad y'all made it here from all over the place in this world to this random little bit of sprinkle of nature in the middle of the city. Believe it or not, most people from Kentucky don't even know that this place exists. We actually get more people coming from Nashville than we do from Kentucky. But I'm glad you guys made it here nonetheless. Before we go any further, though, if you guys can get your tickets out for me, I'm just going to count them, make sure everybody's here at the right place, right time, and then we can see what to do after.
Lost River Cave is right in Bowling Green, just about 6 miles from the National Corvette Museum that we were visiting. The Lost River Cave is also home to the only underground boat tour in the state of Kentucky and the only zip line in Bowling Green. In addition to the boat tour, Lost River Cave offers over 2 miles of nature trails, zip lines, and a unique seasonal butterfly habitat. It is also one of the largest nature parks in the south central Kentucky region. At this Lost River Cave, Kentucky, you can find minerals and gems such as rose quartz, amethyst, pyrite, amber, and horn coral. This Lost River in Bowling Green, Kentucky originates outside of the Lost River Cave and flows into it. This is a natural phenomenon that occurs when two limestone formations cover the river, making it disappear before it appears in the cave. The river was once listed by Ripley's Believe It or Not as the shortest, deepest river in the world. Incredible. This cave exists to educate, enrich, and empower lives through connections with nature, offering activities and events in a natural and man-made environment on its urban 72-acre park. The Lost River Cave is managed by the Friends of the Lost River Inc., a non-profit 5013 organization. This group of committed individuals works to provide fiscal sustainability for the conservation of protection of Lost River Cave's natural and cultural resources while providing outdoor experiences and education. The history of the Lost River Cave is interesting and diverse as it served as a place for Paleo-Indian groups to find shelter, water and food, as a grist mill, as a camping area for both Confederate and Union troops during the Civil War, as a bank robber hideout, and as a nightclub and dance hall. However, the unrelenting darkness, squeezing through tight spaces and not knowing what the next turn will bring can all give someone the sense that they shouldn't be underground while traversing the caves. The history of the cave dates back nearly 250,000 years according to geologists who have studied the dark caverns. The limestone below the surface wore away bit by bit as erosion created the passages that we now know as Lost River Cave. Anytime you have a piece of property that is this old and has been used for this long, scary stories just kind of naturally, organically develop. The first use of the caves by humans dates back to the Paleo Native Americans, as I've told you. At the turn of the century, it was used for a milling operation, and in the 1930s, it moved into the nightclub era. After the nightclub closed, it wasn't used for anything. It was the site of one of the largest illegal dump sites in the state of Kentucky. Ever since its discovery, people have used the cave for a variety of purposes, with some being nefarious in nature. The uncanny stories of Civil War soldiers that died here gave it the name the Dead Man's Cave or Purgatory Cave. It is called the Lost River because the brook draining from the southeast part of Kinsman Notch disappears below the surface in the narrow, steep-walled glacial gorge. Back to Corvette Museum again for some simulation game entertainment and then lunch at the Stingray restaurant.